car's acting up again. It's not really acting up. It's still got a leak. I'm thinking it might be a water pump starting to go out, but I don't know. Anyway, taking it back in tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And, you know, these distractions, they come. Distractions come. They will come. It may be money, it may be food, it may be necessary, it may be unnecessary, it may be your car, it may be your family. Man, I'm just impressed that we have to maintain in the midst of these crises, in the midst of these distractions. We cannot let these distractions become obsessions that take us away from the vine of life. If they take us away from the vine of life, then we begin to dry up. There's no life in us. The life has to be flowing. It doesn't just pool. It's a river of living water. It's not a pool of water. It has to be active. It has to be I am. There has to be actual blood flowing, not just pooling. When we get distracted or get apathetic and pull ourselves away from the vine, then what happens is we lose focus and we lose that heart connection. It's like we pinch the umbilical cord. We allow the umbilical cord to be pinched. People who think following God and staying in tune with His Spirit is an easy thing, I tell you, it is not an easy thing. Jesus said so. He said, "Are you sure you want to come after me? We're not staying at the best hotels. Things are tough out here." It is tough. And it's not just the outward stuff. It's the inward yielding of your spirit to His Spirit. That's where the real life comes from. The outward stuff comes out of that. It comes out of that inward stuff. If you're just doing the outward stuff, then you're just doing religious acts without the life. And really that has little to no profit. I mean, it may profit somewhat, but it's not profiting with eternal life. You know, you're not connected to the I am. You're not connected to Jesus. See? So it's difficult to stay connected and turn away from so many of these distractions that throw themselves at us. And you know, Jesus time and again would go off by himself to pray, to talk with God, to realign himself, to well, I don't know that he ever got out of line, but I'm just saying to commune with the Father, because really the Father was the only one that knew the Son, and the Son the only one that knew the Father. So that connection, he wanted to go to him and talk to him. And I think that relationship of love has to come back to us. Even now while I'm talking, I feel myself in talking about the love of Christ. You know, I feel myself opening up to him in his Spirit. That has to be there. That is our primary. Without that, so much of what we do is just just good works or actions or form without substance. We can have like a series of values and principles, and we can work out of those because we just know that they're the right thing to do. That's good to do that. It's not bad to do that unless that becomes what we consider to be our way of life, our way. That is not the way. If that were the way, then the Jewish people would have never needed Jesus to come. God would have never seen the need to have the Messiah come and be crucified upon that tree and set men free of this nature of sin. It would have never had to happen if good works alone, if following the law alone could have worked. But the law is made and designed to uphold the Spirit. And if you're walking in the Spirit, you will fulfill the law. It just happens that way, you see. But if you're just fulfilling the law and the Spirit isn't there, then it's restrictive. It is, you're in slavery. And that's what Jesus came to set us free from. So, these outward religious acts, while they are okay, as long as they're kept in perspective, the real life is in the substance, in the blood, in the I am, in the presence of God, not in the form.